Protocols for the presentation of awards. When directed by staff, please proceed in your order of seating and line up along the stairs to my right. When your name is called, proceed across the stage and collect your testamer at the table here. Proceed then across to the media banner at the far side to have your photo taken with the Acting Chancellor. And once your photo is taken, proceed up the middle aisle and around the back of the theatre and follow the directions of staff to be allocated back to your seat. The formal proceedings will commence shortly, but first, please enjoy a short presentation celebrating 30 years of Bond University.
Today, as of this moment, vision has become reality. The way is now ahead. From sandstone and a strong, unwavering vision, an institution was built to offer a student experience without peer. A university created to redefine the landscape, setting new heights for global education. In our first 30 years, almost 30,000 alumni have passed through our doors.
All our graduates to extend. Be successful, have great careers, and never forget Bond University.
With an unbreakable bond to the international networks and experiences that position them for success. Together, we have built a legacy. A legacy that continues to evolve today.
Bond University will take its place among the great universities.
As we strive for and reach new horizons in personalized learning, we continue to deliver a truly remarkable global student experience.
To my fellow graduates, thank you for your friendship. Please cherish the memories and friends, but continue making new ones. Goodbye and good luck.
Since 1989, Bond University has forged the way in law, business, society and design, health sciences and medicine, and sport. Led by great minds.
Bond University will become a magnificent jewel in the crown of Australian tertiary education.
With an even greater vision for the next 30 years and beyond. It's because of those who came before us that our future is limitless.
Graduates, will you please stand for the academic procession?
Graduates, please be seated. Vice-Chancellor, graduates, family and friends of the graduates, university colleagues, welcome to this celebration of the graduation of bondies from 193 and 201, or in non-bond speak, Semester 3, 2019 and Semester 1, 2020. Firstly, I'd like you to join with me in thanking our Piper, Bond alumnus, Pipe Sergeant Nick Tompkins. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected and interrupted every aspect of our lives, including the celebration of the achievements of our graduates. Here at the university, we acknowledge that graduation is a liminal event in the life of a student, and as a result, we are delighted that we are able to offer each graduate that is able to attend and their family and friends the opportunity to participate in this ceremony that publicly marks the significant milestone of graduation. Moreover, with the COVID rules changing daily and our COVID-related horizon inexorably drawing in, we at the university are pleased to see that so many of you are able to be present this morning. In order that there was no delay in post-bond employment or further study, each eligible graduate graduated in absentia on either the 12th of February or the 11th of June, and have already received their degree and associated papers. Each graduate here today will be presented to the Vice-Chancellor and have their photograph taken with him. Ladies and gentlemen, the room in which we are gathered is the university's largest lecture theatre. It was named the Basil Sellers Theatre in honour of and in recognition of Basil Sellers AM, a major philanthropist who has had a successful business career as well as being an accomplished sportsman. Dr. Sellers is a significant benefactor of many organisations in Australia and abroad. It is now my honour to introduce the university's Vice-Chancellor, Professor Tim Brailsford.
Thank you and good morning everyone. Jingery jingery. In the world in which we live at the moment, sometimes when we wake up, the news is not always great. And sometimes there's a little bit of joy that is not part of our lives. And I trust, though, today is a major exception to that. And it's a very joyous day, particularly for those people wearing fancy dress on my right-hand side. And for the audience who have been able to gather here, I trust that you really enjoy this morning's proceedings and have an absolutely wonderful day in front of you. Graduations are always special events, obviously for the graduates themselves, but also for the proud parents, family members, friends, partners and supporters who have travelled the journey of their tertiary education with them. Let me begin by acknowledging the people of the Yugambeh language group. These people on whose ancestral lands the university now stands, I pay respects to elders past, present and emerging, and I do so in the spirit of reconciliation. Look, it's trite to say, but never more true, that we're living in interesting and challenging times. I'm immensely proud of my colleagues, several of which are to my left, but more broadly across the university community, in their absolute passion and commitment to hold these graduation ceremonies. These ceremonies are an important part of a student's journey with us, and they represent the culmination of many years of hard work, dedication, effort, early mornings, late nights, and absolute commitment to their personal and professional advancement. When we commenced planning for these ceremonies, and I think we were at Plan F before we issued the invitations out to our students, at that point in time we still had some borders open, and we still had high hopes that a number of other students may have been able to attend today to join with you. But alas, more recent events and decisions have effectively limited today's numbers. So today is being live streamed. So for everyone watching, wherever you are, I'm sure that I speak on behalf of everyone here that we wish you could be here. You are in our thoughts. We send our best regards to all of you, particularly those of you who are in Victoria. I know that probably everyone in this room has a fellow student, a fellow Bondi, a friend, perhaps a family member who is in Melbourne at the moment. As we are the only live event basically happening in Australia at the moment, and we're live streaming, we have an audience of about 30 million people. On a more serious note though, I would ask you all to remember that the joy that you're feeling today, that there are many people who could not be here today, and so again I send on behalf of everyone here our best wishes to all of you out there in the ether. COVID has impacted on almost every aspect of our lives. I mean, that's probably the understatement of the half year to date. Its impact in both a health and economic sense is set to continue for many months, and some experts are predicting many years ahead. We have to learn to live with it, and we will have to learn that while our lives have changed, our spirits have not. This will go down as one of the most remarkable periods over at least the last 100 years. And we are living through this each day. I mean, it's very hard sometimes to reflect back on the fact that we are only a little over halfway through the year. And the year began in quite devastating circumstances, with the bushfires that ravaged all up and down the east coast. And while we were reasonably fortunate here in southeast Queensland, you'll recall that there were areas literally only 20 kilometres to our west which were destroyed in October and November last year, and that just now seems a lifetime away. And at the forefront of the developments over the last 6 months has been this global pandemic. But at the front line of the battle against the virus has been the healthcare sector. Healthcare workers across the globe have been our warriors and our heroes. They've been brave, resilient and steadfast in tackling this awful pandemic. And the graduates that are with us today, both physically in the audience and virtually online, will join that workforce. And while not everyone will end up working literally on the front line, they will all surely contribute to the health, welfare and well-being of our society. There is much honour and dignity in your chosen fields. Your willingness to serve humankind and society is wonderful and makes your university beam with pride. It's a very noble and admirable professional sector that you are joining. During my tenure here at Bond, I have noticed the engaged way in which our students throw pretty much their whole self into their studies and life here on campus. And never is that more true than in the Faculty of Health Sciences and Medicine. And that faculty, which indeed comprises both our medical program and our allied health programs, has been a shining light, as indeed its research efforts and its graduates, past and present, are sure to be. There are unique elements that are embedded in the DNA of this institution. Students come first, and we always put the welfare of our students first. Students in health sciences embrace, live and are the embodiment of some of those attributes. And notwithstanding the magnificence of the campus's built form, the sandstone, the arch, the ornate gardens that surround us, the beauty of the water, all of that physical structure dissipates very quickly when we consider that ultimately universities are all about people. And this university, Bond University, is all about its students. To the graduates today, you are now joining a very proud and illustrious list of alumni that number almost 30,000 who are spread around the globe. And I know that several will be watching today's proceedings. As you have now graduated into the world of being a Bondi, there's an opportunity for you to continue to participate in the lifeblood of this institution, and you can do so as a proud member of the Bond alumni community. We're always looking for opportunities to involve alumni in the life of the university through mentoring, graduate opportunities, guest presentations, and I know that several of you will have been on the benefit and the receiving end of alumni connections, perhaps placements which have been organised either directly or indirectly for you, and certainly in some cases strong mentoring. So we believe that there is an opportunity for alumni to give back and to continue to give back, not necessarily in a monetary sense, but certainly in terms of thinking about life when you were here and what you can do for the future generation of students. To the wider audience, we understand just how significant a commitment is to a Bond University degree. As I indicated earlier, the path to today for each graduate will have been a path filled with hard work, long hours, extraordinary time, effort and application. Our accelerated academic program is challenging and deliberately so. We believe that a university degree must be earned. We also believe that a university degree must prepare you for the world which awaits you. But moreover, a Bond degree requires considerable investment. We are a self-funded, non-profit educational institution, and we rely heavily upon student tuition. So I thank the many supporters and benefactors that have provided financial assistance to many of our students to enable them to graduate at the university. Graduates, you should be immensely proud of your achievements, but you should also recognise that your achievements would have not been possible without the support of many people in this room, but also many people outside this room. So please, today is an opportunity for you to reach out to those people, to let them know that they are in your thoughts and you have taken a moment to thank them. Don't do it on Facebook, don't do it on Insta, don't text them. If you really want to send out a genuine message of thanks, that thing that is always in your hand, believe it or not, it has a telephone function on it. I'm sure that there are many people out there who would love to hear the sound of your voice today. Today is an opportunity to celebrate. It's also an opportunity to reflect. We have several outstanding students on the graduation list this morning. So at the end of each semester, the university analyses the performance of every student on campus, not just within each program or each faculty, every student across the entire campus. And we do that for a number of reasons. One reason is we reach out to any student that has been struggling and we ask them to come in and have a chat. We're very concerned about their progress and we treat every student as an individual. But at the upper end, we also celebrate academic excellence. And we've had this thing since the inception of the university, which is called the Vice-Chancellor's Higher High Achievers list. So this is reserved for the top echelon of students that achieve excellence in their academic studies in any given semester. And then within each faculty, and we have 4 faculties here at the university, within each faculty there is an award for the student in each faculty who achieves the best overall GPA for that semester. And then across those 4 discipline winners, we then go and select the student who has the highest academic performance across the entire campus for that particular semester. And that student is awarded a particularly special award. There is only 1 award per semester across the entire campus, and they are known as the Vice-Chancellor's Ducks for that semester. Well, I'm particularly pleased to let you know, and if you cast your eye through the program, that over the last 6 semesters, all 6 of the Semester Ducks Awards have gone to students in this faculty, which is quite an extraordinary achievement. But also, of those 6 awards, there are only 3 students that have won those awards. All of those 3 students are listed today on your program. And while I'm very reluctant to name individual students at such important events, I would like to personally acknowledge the achievements of Ms. Liz Morgan, Lily Steinberg and Andrea Bogordo. Those 3 students have been absolutely outstanding, and I ask you to join with me in a round of applause. So I trust that you each picked up a copy of the program as you entered the room. I trust that you enjoyed the ceremony. You can view the order of the presentation of the graduates using that ceremony. We will turn the lights up a little, I promise. I ask that you respect each and every graduate as they have their moment in the spotlight, so to speak, figuratively and literally, and that you take away your special moment with you. I now look forward to the presentation of each of the individual graduates, and to do that I ask the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences and Medicine, Professor Nick Zwar, to the podium to present the graduates.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. Before I present the graduates, I'd like to remind you of the procedures we will follow, compliant with COVID-safe protocols. Graduates, please remember not to shake hands with the Vice-Chancellor. Members of the audience should remain in your seats during the ceremony at all times. Vice-Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Health Sciences and Medicine. Aliyah Yasmin Binti Abd Aziz. Jamie Diane Clemens. Vladimir Gorgenchikov. Yuban Govinder. Mohammed Marij Hamid. Albina Jusufi. Tiffany Rachel Carpin. Hope Elizabeth Kinlock. Yi Chia Leo. Isabel Evelyn Nash. Emily Grace Quinn. Denise Sedane. Lily Steinberg. Alice Mary Whiting. Claire Ann Butner. Jacob Alexander Carrasco. Isabella Jobling. Isabel Jean McMullen. Simon Hiroyuki Welch. Georgia Whitford. Zali Denby Abdul Smith. Kaimana Michael Barry. Mia Claire Tarantini. Cheng Yang Ao. Shilpi Arora. Chi Hang Chan. Joanna Jiang. Nok Yin Ho. Samantha Edna Kosh. Chung Na Lam. Shi Lan. Ashley McIntosh. Jessica Kathleen Parkinson. Madison Elizabeth Schmelzer. Alicia Ruth Van Asperen. Joanna Chi Guan Wong. Ka Ying Wong. Leandre Conradi. Jessica Lee Alder. Oyuwa Suun Comfort Baba Tunde. Elise Brooker. Michaela Dawn Brown. Alyssa Cartwright. Taylor Georgia Catterall. Jordan Philip Coleman. Jasmine Duke Ann. Very good. Ashley Jane Gerbach-Sieb. Robin Erica MacArthur. Reese Aaron McElroy. Tyler Robert James Morton Hamilton. Sandra I. Park. Trisha Patidar. Ariana Helen Pike. Carly Ray Shaw. Amy Lynn Simmons. Andrea Marie Bagordo. Kimberly Rose Saletti. Magdalene Olivia Link. Joseph Willie Timpano. Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. I'd just like to add a few words to what's already been said by the Vice-Chancellor, and my congratulations as the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health Science and Medicine to the great determination and adaptability which this cohort of students have shown. I think it would be fair to say that the semester 201 of this year was not a business as usual semester. I'm sure you'll all acknowledge that, and we acknowledge it. And you really had to be determined, you had to be willing to adapt to change, you had to be prepared to keep studying no matter what, and also, I guess, to adapt to not having the end of celebrations, end of your semester and end of your program celebrations with your cohorts, which you might have otherwise wished to have. The dinners, the get-togethers, the fun, the enjoyment. So that has been somewhat changed in the world we now live in. But as the Vice-Chancellor said, it's an extraordinary time to be graduating as a health professional, someone in the area of health sciences and medicine. This pandemic is an extraordinary challenge to our society and to healthcare systems and to our economies. And one of the things that I think we've done well, both as a university community and our students, is to be able to change with that, to work with our partners, the health services, the hospitals, the allied health services in our laboratories, to try to keep things going. Because health professionals are needed now more than ever. We need to be able to address this great challenge, and there will be future challenges, and we need to be able to continue to produce health professionals for our hospitals, for our general practices, for our allied health clinics, and to do that in a way that isn't too disrupted. And also what an extraordinary time to be a student, to remain, if you're in clinical practices, to remain there, to see how the challenges the health system face and how health workers and systems have had to step up to that. I think as we speak, there's unfortunately about 1,000 healthcare workers in Victoria who have been exposed to COVID, and the health system's having to adapt to that workforce challenge, as well as all of the other challenges of caring for very sick patients, but maintaining the chronic disease care, maintaining the care in the community, maintaining the students coming through to be the next generations of healthcare professionals. So it will be a time you look back on, in your future and say, in a way it was a privilege to be there. I know that seems a strange thing to say, but in a way I think you will be a generation of healthcare professionals that have had a unique experience, that have learned from that, and will be agents of change and adaptation in the world we go into. This won't be the last pandemic. I mean, it's been kind of predicted for quite a number of years that something like this might come along. Maybe people thought it would be an avian flu rather than a coronavirus, but nonetheless, we have, 6 or 7 billion people in the world. We have international travel in ways that was never possible in past generations, and microbes can move around the world much faster than they ever could before in densely populated areas of the world. And healthcare systems that are under strain at the best of times are really, it shows when something like this comes along. But I think you will be a great addition to that workforce. You will continue to learn. You will learn from your peers, many of you, some of whom will be Bond alumni, as the Vice-Chancellor has said. They will be there to help you, to provide sage advice, to help you navigate your future in a changing world. And we hope you will remain connected with the faculty and with your peers. One of the great things in my professional experience, and I graduated so long ago that I won't go into it, but every 5 years my medical class gets together, and that connection has remained incredibly strong as we've all gone our separate ways, developed different interests, but maintained that connection through having studied together, that cohort experience, which I think this university gives you in ways that perhaps has been lost in some other places. Very important. So value each other, value your teachers, value your university, value the experiences that it's been able to give you, and we wish you all the very best for the future in your endeavours, and I'm sure you will rise to that occasion. So I'll move then to ask the graduates to please stand. And I charge you as graduates of Bond University, demonstrate at all times the highest moral and ethical standards, to apply your learnings and education to the benefits of society, to pursue the highest standards in all your endeavours, with excellence always your aim, and to support forever enhance the reputation of your university through engagement as proud alumni. Graduates, do you accept that charge? I think you could be a bit louder. Graduates, do you accept that charge? Yes, one more time. Graduates, do you accept that charge? Yes, great. You may now be seated. They're not always a quiet bunch, I'm sure you know. Ladies and gentlemen, now that the formal part of that concludes the formal part of the ceremony, shortly the official party, academics and graduates will proceed out of the theatre. I ask that you remain seated while the procession leaves the theatre and only exit once the last graduate has left. You're all invited to join the graduates at Don's Tavern for post-ceremony refreshments. You'll need to show your ticket to gain admission and be seated once you're inside. Graduates, please stand to join the academic procession.